Are you still not getting that job? And you're asking yourself why? Did you value yourself? Meaning, did you take a financial assessment of what you made or saved from your last employers? This is crucial. Even if you did everything possible to get past the AI, the bots, what does it matter? The human recruiter is going to look at your resume and go, well, yeah, this meets our qualifications, but doesn't really stand out. It's not really my cup of tea. What are you going to do about that? You need to look amazing by simply proving your financial worth. But I'm going to show you the 3 easiest things that you can do that'll instantly add value to your resume. And just like that, you're going to get a call back. All right, let's get into it.
Let's say you're a recent grad with 0 professional experience. Or so you think. Dun, dun, dun! But you are actually the vice president of your school university. You led 12 projects for 30,000 people. And those are people right there. We're drawing people. Do you know what that means? You were a, drum roll please, a project manager. Ta-da! You led 12 projects for 30,000 people. Students. Well, say people though, because that's more professional sounding. 12, 30,000. I like numbers on resumes. That's what we do. And you managed $20,000 on a budget. We're circling 20,000. Let's register that. You supervised a team of 30 staff members. There's you. Look at how wonderful you are. 30. That's a lot. It's a lot of people who are managers who haven't even supervised that many people. Maybe you oversaw the schedule, cost, and risks. That's a big deal. Use project management terms. And you managed 20 suppliers. These are food vendors. These could be entertainers, stage hands, all of that. And maybe on average, you made $40,000 per event. But use the term project. That's what you want to do. Use project management terms. So overall, if you calculate everything, you made $480,000. That's almost $500,000 that you made for your employer, which is the school. You're a rock star right there. There's not a lot of people that know how to do that. So back to what we were talking about when we said that you're a recent grad with 0 professional experience. You actually did have a lot of experience.
So that's just the basics of quantifying your resume as far as the dollars of what you saved or made at your last place. Gets a little complicated when you're thinking about it and you're scratching your head going, I'm not in sales. I'm not in anything financial. I don't think I made or saved anything. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Here's one way. What you do is think about how many different roles did you play? If you were told to do multiple things outside of your job scope, and let's say those multiple tasks could have qualified as part-time or perhaps a full-time job, and let's say you did 2 of those things. Guess what? You just saved your last employer a full salary or a part-time salary. Imagine that. Throw that on your resume.
Middle managers are the most abused job out there. If you're a middle manager, you've probably worked a 60 to 80 hour work week at least once in your career, at least one company in your past. And you've worn multiple hats. You've probably covered for your coworker. You were asked to help your boss numerous times. You probably played the role of IT support. You were the office manager, and you played payroll. None of these things are very much fun. And altogether, it is really not fun. Look at that guy. Pink shirt guy? He's really, really, really not fun. Every company has pink shirt guy. You never got paid for all that extra work. For shame! So now what? You have to quantify it and get credit for what you did. Step 1. Identify all the extra work you did outside of your job scope. Step 2. Google how much each role makes in your area. Go to salary.com or glassdoor.com. Step 3. Ask yourself, would the extra work have required them to hire a full-time and/or a part-time person? Did you do those tasks full-time or part-time? Step 4. Figure out how long did you do the extra work? And then step 5. Do the math. Multiply all of it together. Calculate it. There's a little calculator. You are the regional director. That's probably like your boss. And let's say you Google it and it's $150,000. And maybe you did that part-time, half of the time. So that's 0.5. And you were doing that for about a year and a half. Then you were the HR generalist because you did a bunch of payroll. And that's about $50,000. And you did that full-time for about 2 years of the time you were there. And then on top of that, your IT help desk. Oh, for criminy. In your area, it was about $35,000. And that was full-time. And that was about 2 years. Did you even sleep? So here we go. You're gonna multiply all of this out. 112.5 thousand, 100,000 right there. And this comes out to 70,000. So add that all up. You just saved your company 282.5 thousand. This is your total professional value for them. That's a lot of money. See how much you're worth? You're so amazing. Da, 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 da. Use this as a bargaining chip to negotiate on your first-time job offer or a raise. When they say, "What's your number?" you can confidently give them a counteroffer, a solid number, and say, "This is the reason why." You can show value, your return on investment.
Multiple hats. You got it nailed down. Just because you're not in sales doesn't mean you can't quantify your resume, right? You have to show your value regardless. Don't ever leave money on the table. So here's another one. This is a little bit more broad. Process improvement. I know in my past, if there was something that could be done faster or more efficiently, improve quality of something, I did it. If it made your life easier, it also saved the company a ton of money. And that, cha-ching, goes on your resume. Let's look at how to do that.
There's basically 2 ways you bring value to a company. Number 1, you make money for them. Or, number 2, you save money for them. Now, this next way that I'm going to show you in quantifying your resume is about saving money for them. You could cut expenses or fix invoice errors, but you might not have worked in a role allowing you to save this way. So how would you have saved money for your company? If you weren't in accounting or didn't do anything in an obviously cost savings way? Question mark, question mark. Process improvement. If you're watching this, odds are you've improved at least one thing in your current or past jobs. Yeah, that's right, you. You just don't know it yet. Let me help you figure it out and how to quantify it. Did you ever start a job and you were like, why are they doing this like that? And then you changed it for the better. Whether it was for your own benefit or for others, it saved the company money when you made things better. Here are 3 types of process improvement problems and solutions with examples. The first one is about redundant work or duplicating effort. The example I'm going to give you is multiple forms asking for the same information. Now, the obvious would be like in a doctor's office where they ask you to fill out forms in triplicate, quadruplicate, quintuplicate, whatever the case is. But I'm going to show you a different way. Let's say you're filling out forms for your, somewhere, and it takes about 4 hours. Let's say it's something you do, and you streamline. You go from 4 hours a day, now it takes you 2 hours a day to fill those forms out. Now, how did you save money though? You just saved 2 hours a day, which is a quarter of your workday, equating to roughly a quarter of your salary. If you made $40,000, you just saved your company $10,000. Boom, right there, added to your resume. The second problem is time-consuming and costly navigation. An example of this is delivery routes that don't make sense and long walks to the printer. So a solution for this would be optimize routes for cost reduction. Let's say there was a printer that was on the other side of the office for no reason whatsoever, and you asked to move it for efficiency. And let's say you went to the printer like 10 times a day and it took you 5 minutes to get there. That's 50 minutes a day. But hold up, the entire company of 20 people had to walk that far or longer. So if you really want to get specific, research what each person's average salary is in your area and then tally it up. Let's say each person made $50,000. That's $25 an hour. Because you just saved all of them 30 minutes a day, and there's roughly 250 working days a year, and maybe you were there for 3 years, you just saved this company $187.5 thousand. That's almost $200,000. That's a big savings for this company. So the last one, do-overs. The solution is that you could prevent the mistake from happening in the first place. In this example, we're gonna go into a restaurant. You fixed an appetizer that's in a POS system. There's 3 appetizers that are labeled wrong in this system. And so they're ordered by mistake at least once a day. And you push for them to be corrected. You ask the restaurant manager. So now it's never ordered incorrectly. So let's say these appetizers cost roughly $10 on the menu, but to make them, they cost around $3 to make. So you just save the restaurant, worst case scenario, $9 a day, $63 a week. So that's $3,150 a year. That's a big deal. You're thinking, I don't save or make money, that much money for this restaurant. Yes, you did. Now here are more things that you might not have thought of. 3 more. Doing too much in advance. The solution? Do them just in time. JIT. That's a term. I don't know if they use this in other than software, but we call it JIT. And only when you need it. Another one, storage issue. Having too much stuff. The solution, declutter, organize, throw it away, or sell it. Another problem is delays. The solution to that, reduce the red tape. So you see, all these problems, if you found a solution for them in your job, whatever field you were in, if you found a way to make it better, you saved money for your company. Add that to your resume. And if you need more help, check out my blog tip on my site. The link is in the description.
If you were to go into an investment and you said, I'm gonna throw in 20 bucks, it's gonna return me 20 bucks next year, would you go for it? I don't think so. I wouldn't go for that stock. Now, if they told you 20 bucks and you're gonna get back 100 next year, yeah, I might go for that. Yeah, I might go for that. That's pretty good. 5 times? Yeah, that's not bad. That's what I'm talking about. This is what these companies are doing. They're getting so much value out of you, but that's what they want to see on your resume. They don't know who you are. Are they going to get back 5 times, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times what they invested in you, what they're going to take a chance on? Speaking of ROI, if I've given you a lot of value, hit that like button. I would love that. You get past the bots, beautiful. You still have to show your value. At the end of the day, that human recruiter is going to take a look at your absolutely stunning resume and go, where's the dollar? Where's the bottom line? I want to know that this person is going to bring huge value because you have to show your return on investment. You can be in any field, and I guarantee you can quantify your resume. Look at what you did in the past. Look at how many roles you played. And then finally, process improvement. What did you improve? The job market's really tough right now, and knowledge is power. So hit that subscribe button to keep getting more tips like this, and I would love to keep sharing with you. So until then, I really want you to succeed. Let's keep this going. Stay connected with me. In summation, we have learned thus. Am I in sales? I don't know how to do this. This makes no sense. It got a little weird. Why do I keep doing this? Why can't I just talk? All I ever do is go blah, 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 blah. I don't know how to talk in front of a camera. Is this good for a B-roll? Like all of my weird stuff, or like at least like something?
Possibly.
Possibly? Oh, good, I hope so.